Anticipation is power. Think of it as 4 seasons of your life. 0 to 20, roughly, is your springtime. But that initial springtime, you're learning, you're growing, probably protected, you're absorbing things. That's the stage. Some people starts at 16, 14, some say 19, 20, but let's just call it around 21, you enter a different stage of life. You become kind of the soldier of life. You enter the summertime. 21 to 41, that's a different stage, isn't it? Now you go out in the world and say, I'm going to test this stuff. What's true? And you think you're going to be a billionaire or 10 times billionaire, and you're going to be president of the United States, and you're going to have 100 relationships, and it's all going to work out smoothly. And then you get your first relationship and discover none of that is true. And you start to understand that you have vulnerabilities, you find out you're not invincible. So this young adulthood is testing and discovering, just trying to figure out what's really real. That's when we learn a lot. And usually some of it is painful because it's not quite like we expected. But if you push through the hot summer, and it's a difficult time, those 21 to 41. By the way, when you ask people, when you do all the research on people, what's the most unhappy time of their life? It's that 2 decades. Not for every human, but for most. Because trying to figure out who the hell you are, prove to yourself, make it through all the bullshit, trying to figure what's going on in your life. But now you're really in your midlife power. And you get to start to have a harvest time. This is for a lot of people their greatest financial time of their life because they built up understanding and they worked hard and developed skill sets, and now they're in a position to lead. And then 63 to 83, you could think of as winter, and 83 to 120 is the oldest living humans. But in this stage, you really end up being a leader who's really there to mentor. That's really the position you're in. So they're able to do something really important. This is what today is all about, if you want it in a simple phrase. Anticipation is power. Anticipation is power. Leaders anticipate. Losers react. If you and I are going to have a great quality of life for our families, for our communities, for anybody we want to serve, our job is to anticipate. These seasons of your life are precious. Every season has different challenges, right? So everything has opportunity, everything has challenge, and if you can anticipate the challenge, you can make that season a hell of a lot more enjoyable.